Hey, what's going on YouTube? John Lee. Welcome back to my community if you're a subscriber. If not, consider subscribing right now. So in this video, I just want to talk a little bit about the Joe Rogan Spotify issue with Neil Young and these other artists and misinformation and the social media. I mean, this is just whack. I mean, all Joe Rogan does is have a podcast where they talk about things that may not be the norm, you know? They're fun conversations. And this whole, leftist narrative agenda to, pretty much infringe on everybody's freedom of speech because it's any narrative other than, the victimization of people is just insane to me. So, I saw Joe Rogan talking yesterday in his defense about the whole Spotify thing. And, hey, what he had to say was credible. He has people on the show. So sometimes people don't agree on issues. Sometimes people have differences of opinion, and that's what makes America so great. But you can't make difficult decisions without having difficult conversations. Things aren't always easy. Sometimes they require, a second guess, a second opinion. That's why we have them. And so, I just think it's crazy that people get deplatformed, demonetized, say things are misinformation. Everything that social media has claimed has been misinformation, or people have been deplatformed or demonetized. All the stuff that people were saying about COVID and all this stuff turned out to be not misinformation. So if it just isn't the narrative that they're trying to push, then it's misinformation. And that's not how it works. That's not how facts works. That's not how science works. And it's really a shame that, so Spotify is talking about, we're going to maybe put an advisory, on any COVID material. It doesn't matter if it's controversial. Controversial conversations and debates are the ones that we're supposed to be having because they could be over some of the most serious decisions that we have to make, not just for ourselves and our families, but for our communities and our society. So it's really important that, we don't do anything that would suppress freedom of speech, the freedom of thought, the freedom of freedom. And so I just think it's, a real bullshit shame that people like Joe Rogan should have to feel like he has to defend himself because he is in the public eye just for having conversations with people that aren't this quote-unquote accepted mask guidelines. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't question things, then there's a good likelihood that we would not have gotten to where we are today. It's because of those great conversations and those great thinkers having difficult conversations that has allowed us to have the freedoms and the opportunities and the discoveries that we have had in this great country and around the world. So, this is my video just showing support for Joe Rogan. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I think you're great. I don't always catch your podcast, but I do believe in, having conversations, open dialogue. I believe in freedom to say what you want, to say what you think, and to not be, slandered professionally or in any other sense and being demonetized or deplatformed. This censorship really has got to stop because you can't censor people just for having an opinion. And I think that's, now that all these facts and all these emails from Fauci and all this shit is coming to light, we're finding out that there's a lot of shady shit that's been going on and a lot of stuff that we haven't been told. And it comes out that a lot of the misinformation, quote unquote, was actually not misinformation. So shame on Spotify and shame on everybody else trying to, shame people for having their own thinking process and for voicing their opinion and for having difficult conversations other than the narrative that the far left is wanting someone to have. You have to have open dialogue. I'm John Lee. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me if you like videos like these. Just helps push videos like this out to other viewers like yourself. Show your support for Joe Rogan. Stop these far left extreme bastards from plowing through and over our God-given rights. This goes way above and beyond the Constitution or anything like that. I'm John Lee. I'm on to the next one.